Yeah, well, I mean, look, anybody who watched the game could tell we got our butts handed to us. Give Willie and Tulane a lot of credit. I don't think you're going to beat anybody with 5 turnovers and giving up over 300 yards rushing. Fumbling a punt inside your own 10. We let them return it past midfield on at least 2 kickoffs. You know, they're a really good defense because they keep everything in front of them. We knew that. We knew we'd have to nickel and dime and be patient. We got behind. You know, made it hard to do that. They don't give up explosives. And then on defense, you know, we couldn't stop them running. They ran it however they wanted to, whenever they wanted to. So they were without question a lot better than us tonight.
Obviously, it was a quick turnaround. I mean, is there maybe something in preparation from a quick turnaround that kind of translates to this game, or was it just they got ahead really quick?
Yeah, I mean, I'll think about it. You know, I mean, you always self-reflect. I don't think so just because it's week 11. You know, you got to get your team to the game as fresh as possible. You know, we did all we thought we could do. So we'll look at everything, you know, because obviously our performance tonight, it's not what we want it to be.
I mean, did you sense any sort of like embarrassment from a showing like that? Quite honestly, national TV, you know.
Are you asking me if I'm embarrassed that we got killed on national TV? Yeah, I am. It's a really bad question. Next.
How tough was it being 21-0 in the first quarter? Like you said, did you want to try to take some shots even knowing they don't really give them up? Was that in the back of your mind that maybe you got to try?
Yeah, we'd schemed up some stuff, and you know, we hit a few of them in the second half. You know, look, I mean, we were off. We dropped some balls. We missed a few throws. I think it was on our second drive. We had 3 in a row that probably could have been thrown better or caught. You know, we shot ourselves in the foot a lot. Turnovers, drop balls, missed throws offensively, especially early on. We got behind, and it was just they were able to play with the lead. We couldn't stop the run, and you know, they finished the short fields with touchdowns, and we didn't finish the long fields with anything most of the time. And I mean, like I said, we got our butts handed to us pretty good.
At halftime, what's the conversation like? Is it about execution, or are you trying to make scheme changes?
We didn't make a ton of scheme changes. We tweaked a few things. You know, I mean, we knew we were going to have. I mean, you know, we lost the ability to run the ball and play action, which because you're behind by so much. We ran it still some. That's the only way you could move it, but we were having to throw it down in front. Credit to them. I mean, that's what they do anyways. And with the lead, you know, defensively, we still weren't able to stop the run. You know, the main thing was we had to come out and fight. Honestly, you know, they won the first 10 minutes of the third quarter and put it away pretty quick.
You gathered the team after the third quarter. I guess what did you tell them?
Well, we always gather up before the fourth quarter, and I just told them at that point, like, we got 15 minutes left. It's all about pride and gut check. I mean, the odds are very low at 49-14. I think it was that we were going to come back and win. You know, but you know, we got to have. I didn't want anybody on the field that wasn't going to play hard and fight. And you know, I have to look at the film. I didn't see any of that. You know, obviously a couple times late. We got to keep our composure better than we did.
Against a team like Tulane that likes to run the ball, you were already down one guy with Steph Wright out. And then to see Terrence Newman go down, how do you rally your team when they watch one of their guys carted off like that?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the leaders did it. They talked about it. Obviously, we didn't succeed. It hurt. It hurts not having Steph. We've been playing really good. We've been out without him though for about a month. And Tinu's been playing good. And I hate it for him, you know, with his career, kind of like Ben Redding a week ago or 2 weeks ago. He's going to be okay, but it's not good, you know. And so to lose those guys didn't help us stop the run. But you know, I think you can tell we don't tackle well. Special teams, you know, the kickoff returns. You know, we've got to become a better tackling football team. And you know, it's year one. We're going to fix that.
You guys were in this game a lot longer though than what you think I was maybe leading on there.
Yeah, I'll let you finish your question. Sorry.
And I was more so looking for the response from your players when they had opportunities to capitalize and maybe get back into it. What did you see from them?
We didn't make the plays. You know, you look at guys like, I know obviously because I'm engaged in that in the moment, like Tanner Mordecai and Tyler Devine and even Rasheed Rice, and I'm missing other guys that I shouldn't be leaving out that had every reason when the score wasn't good to say, you know, I'm going to tap out. They didn't. They just kept jumping in there. We actually had to finally say, okay, that's enough. Defensively, I didn't see any guys wanting to check out. You know, look, it's embarrassing, yes, when you're getting your butt kicked by a team that's really good, but you feel like if you play well, you can play with, right? And but that's the real world. You know, we all live in it. That's what our job is. Our job is to win football games. Our job is to raise men, and there's going to be plenty of times in life things don't go your way and you're getting your butt kicked. And how do you respond in that moment when it's not fun, the whole world's watching, and you got to finish? And then how do you pick yourself up after? That's our job now.
I know Tanner battles through stuff. Was there ever a question? He kind of looked like he was favoring that shoulder to maybe get Kevin in there a little earlier.
Yeah, there was. I mean, so he got hurt a little bit on his sack fumble because he was trying to throw the ball as he got hit. Doctors checked him out, said his strength was good. He didn't have quite the same zip on the ball, but his shoulder seemed solid and intact, and he wanted to play. And I thought about it, and probably if we're in week 4 or 5, I'd probably handle it differently. But when you got a guy like him who's got 2 games left now, at that time about 2.5, and who am I if he wants to play and the doctor's clear and tell him he can't? And I don't know if he'd have listened to me if I'd have told him. He barely did when I pulled him late because he's just a competitor. But we wouldn't have put him back in if we thought he wasn't safe to do so. And but he wanted to play.
9 days until the next one. I guess, does the result of tonight change maybe how you were going to attack that longer break? Do you give him a little bit more time? Do you say let's get back at it early? Or?
No, we'll probably. Just because we're going to get back late tonight, they got to go to class tomorrow and treatment. We'll give them Saturday off, and then we'll kind of get in a normal game week routine. I mean, look, everybody, it's week 12. Yeah, we had to play short, 2 games in 5 or 6 days on the road, but we need a few days off, physically, emotionally, and then it's a real challenge for us to regroup and finish. I'm fully expecting our guys will against a good Memphis team on senior day. We won't handle it a whole lot different, regardless of the outcome, just because of where we're on the season.
Kind of a tough night on drops for some of the receivers, but R.J. Maryland was really strong. What did you see from him, and are you seeing him just kind of take a hold of the moments he's
what I was proud of is R.J. in the first couple of drives. He had some bad moments. I don't know if he dropped the ball, but some things that he tripped on one where we really needed him, and some other things, and he responded. And he really came back and played well, made some big plays, obviously big touchdown grab. I mean, I think you can see that you give him an offseason, he's got a chance to be a really good player, and we're really excited about his future.
I know you talked it'd be kind of a normal game week, but for you personally, after a game like this, would you rather have the extra time, or would you rather get right back out there and play?
Look, I mean, you'd always rather get back out there and play. We'll look at it. I mean, it's pretty clear cut. They ran the ball anytime they wanted to. We turned it over. We got guys that probably more than anything need the time to be able to play as healthy as they can last game of the year next week. So, but we've been through a lot all year. I have full faith that we'll respond well.